In this episode, practice makes perfect.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 302 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in all the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our fucking biceps. This is the podcast where the biceps are large, the nipples are hard, where we get yoked from our head to our feet, because Papa Swolio goes balls deep. Bah! I like that. I like that uppercut right to the taint. I like that. That's a good opener. So thank you for joining Everest and K2 for episode 302 of the Daily Swole. Make sure you're in your fallout shelters. Watch out for the radiation. Get your beans and rice, people, because I am about to go to town. On you for episode 302. This is Practice Makes Perfect. Practice Makes Perfect. This is based a little bit off the what are you waiting for video? And this I have actually pinned to the top of this Facebook page. What are you waiting for? And it almost has about 500,000 views. It is all about practice. And I said you can't just have the results you want. You have to practice, right? You can't just do things and expect to have things just because you want them. You have to practice and apply yourself and adjust and manipulate. So practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Fitness, life, corrective exercise, yoga, it all takes practice. That's why they don't call it a yoga workout. They call it yoga practice. Corrective exercise is really a practice. It's a corrective practice. And these are all things that you have to do regularly and you have to get better at. And I think when we talk about a workout, we talk about fitness training, we should really call it a workout practice or fitness practice instead of fitness training or training practice, because even when I go to the gym, I'm practicing and I'm getting better and I'm learning different things. I'm learning how my body works today as opposed to 2 weeks ago. I'm learning how it works, more for right now than it did yesterday. And it's not just practice for getting the form better. It's practice to how to approach the gym. It's practice on approaching my nutrition differently or my workout for that day when I feel a certain way. There's always honing. There's always honing a task. There's always honing a skill. And it's important to understand that your approach to your fitness is a practice. And if you do that, you are less likely to feel defeat. You're less likely to fail. You're less likely to be negative or pessimistic about your training because you are approaching it from a place of, I am doing the best that I can. I am trying to get better. I am not an expert. I am trying to launch myself into a career, into a life, not just a lifestyle, a life. And the future is coming. People, the future is coming. Every time we say now, every moment you're watching this episode, it's the future. So we're moving forward. We're barreling forward into the future. And you have to realize that you're going to change and things are going to change around you. Your environment, your body is going to change and you have to adjust. So this practice, this never-ending practice is the process of learning. It's a process of learning, and you as an individual need to determine what you need to learn better and what needs work. And that's where yoga practice and corrective exercise practice comes into play, because those types of imbalances and things, from sitting down too much, from being slouched over at a computer, those things create imbalances that will affect your output, that will affect your strength, that will affect your results, that will affect your output. But this is where this is going to diverge, and this is not going to be a long, drawn-out episode. This is getting right to the point. So you need to practice, and that will help you be more optimistic. That's going to help you be more positive. That's going to help you be more, I would say, motivated. I would say that will keep you more disciplined. That will keep you more on the up and up if you understand that you're coming at this from a practice, not from an expert point of view, not from a, this is right, this is wrong, I did this, I succeeded at this, I failed at this. It's always a learning process. And there's a curve. There's always a curve, and there's always a point where you have to change and adapt and adjust. Then, when it comes to, and let me know that you guys are still alive out there. Thank you for joining me, by the way, on Facebook. Those that are still watching on Facebook, float some thumbs. Don't just sit there like fucking zombies. Float some thumbs, share some broadcasts, show some likes when you hit certain topics. You're like, yeah, I agree with that. Float some likes. Thanks for watching also on YouTube. If you haven't caught this ever on YouTube, they're all on YouTube. And also the podcasts are always on SoundCloud and iTunes. So you can really watch this any different way. So if you're sharing this now, you can always pass on the information if you know someone works a lot or they do a lot of yard work or something like that. The podcast is really a great way to listen. You don't always have to sit there and watch my face, even though the beard is pretty fantastic today, I must say. But here's the kicker. Here's the closer. Here is the finishing thought. Is that too many people try to do things that they're not good at. And this comes into play with everything from business to sports to interests to habits and to hobbies. Most people try to improve on their weaknesses and their weak points. And bodybuilding is classically, bring up your weak points, make them your strong points. If these muscles are small, try to make them bigger. However, when it comes to life, when it comes to fitness and exercise in general, I think too many people focus on their weaknesses and not their strengths. And you've probably heard this around. A lot of top entrepreneurs and motivational speakers always talk about focusing on your strengths and focus on what you're good at. And with society, with training, with fitness, with anything, especially physical activity, we all want something we don't have. We want to get into the club that has a line around the line around the block. We want to get into the restaurant that is, sold out. They need a reservation 3 months in advance. We want to watch the Broadway show that's been sold out for a year. We want to go someplace that no one has ever gone or that's really expensive. We always want something that we can't have. You want something that we can't have. We want something that, we want what the grass is greener, the neighbor's yard is greener type of thing. And what we need to do as individuals is look at ourselves and see what we're strong at. Maybe you're not meant to be 3% body fat. Maybe you're not meant to have abs. Maybe you're not meant to have abs. Maybe you're not meant to be super lean. Maybe you're not meant to be super strong. Maybe you're not meant to have really big calves. Maybe you're not meant to have really big biceps. Maybe you're just not designed genetically. DNA. You are not predisposed to having these things. Maybe not. Maybe you're not designed or you don't have the structure in your brain to be a physicist. But what are you good at? What are you good at? Are you strong? Are you flexible? Do you enjoy those things? So what you need to do is find what you're good at and what you enjoy and then push on that. And then attack that in the gym. I'm not saying only do shoulders and never do anything else. What I'm saying is you need to understand who you are, what you're good at, and then expound on that and then get into that more. And I think if you combine that, what you're good at, especially with fitness, what you're good at with what you enjoy, if you can find that overlap and that combination, that's where you're really going to succeed and be truly happy. Because if you enjoy it and you're good at it, you can get even better at it, and then it will spread to other people. You will get even better than you ever imagined at that task or at that activity or in that style of training. That is what you have to find. You need to find what you like and what you're good at and then push on that. And not everything is for everyone. And the problem is everyone looks at these fitness magazines and models and Instagram. You see abs like, I want that. I need that. If I work out, I should have that. If I work out, I should have her butt. I should have his biceps. I should have his chest. You shouldn't have anything. You shouldn't have anything. You could work your fucking ass off until the day you die and never achieve what those people have. It's just genetically not in the cards for you. And that you could, sit around and cry and fucking curl up and, oh my God, it's so unfair. Or you can get off your ass and start working towards things that you could be amazing at. And that's the difference. That's what's important. You need to focus on what you're good at, what you can accomplish, and then push on that really, really, really hard. And it's that combination of what you're good at, what you enjoy. And understand that it's always a practice. Even if you're good at something now, you might not be as good at it in 2 weeks. Your body is going to adjust. Your body is going to adapt. You are going to change. You are going to change. Your body is going to change. It's going to get harder for certain things. It might be easier for certain things. You're not going to be able to lift heavy forever. You're not going to be able to do, rock climbing forever to the same capacity as you did when you were 20. I mean, there's a lot of different There's a lot of different factors. So as you go on, you have to adjust. As you go on with life, you have to adjust. And it's up to you to be aware. It's up to you to understand that it's a practice. It's ever changing. And it's up to you to look within and to find your sweet spot and then attack it. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 302 of the Daily Mother Swole. If you are in my Swolenormous premium group, remember that we are doing a corrective exercise discussion at 1 p.m. So I'm going to be talking a lot about different corrective exercises, going to be discussing them for different moves and different body parts. Going to have a nice little talk face-to-face with my premium group at 1 p.m. Eastern time today. So if you're not a member of Swolenormous Premium, you could don't download. Go to my website, Swolenormous.com. There's a link in the description here of this post, and you can also download my ebook. There's a link there too if you haven't already in the description here of this broadcast. So every day, 12 noon Eastern time. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for also listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Thank you for joining me for the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Biceps. It's Swole Saturday. Flex them like you love them. Flex on someone today. That's your job, is to go up to someone and just flex in their face for absolutely no reason. Let me know what happens. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow.